Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, I'm going to be profiling for you my Kozmo deck. Now I know a lot of you guys out there may not like me playing Kozmos or the idea of me playing Kozmos. I do like the deck and I do like the archetype just because I love Star Wars and I love the Wizard of Oz actually as well ever since I was a kid. But if you guys are not too keen on this, I will let you guys know that next week I will be doing deck profiles on some more casual fun decks. Today I'm going to be profiling Kozmos. On Sunday I'll be doing Burning Abyss, and then next week I'll be doing the God cards. Literally, I'll show you right now. Literally, that's what's going to be next week's deck profile. So if you're not too happy about this, do expect that there will be a God deck profile that I've already done prior to this video that will be going up next week. So, without further ado, let's get into this Kozmo deck profile for you guys. So, it's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple. If you're playing any sort of meta, you should know what this deck does. I'm playing a couple of little techs that I'm still testing out in the deck. Granted, I know as of last night, the new Kozmo stuff got announced. So, I know there's like the new Chewbacca. There's kind of like the Darth Vader type of card where it can stop monster effects. That's going to be an interesting card to play around with. As well as, I think it's just pretty much the Death Star they made, which is actually a very good 4,000 beater. But we'll have to see how many I run of that. Probably one of that and maybe a couple of the other cards. But only time shall tell. But first off, we run our 3 Kozmo Dark Destroyer. Still, I think it's going to be one of the best cards of the deck. But 3 Dark Destroyer, can't be targeted, pops cards. Amazing card in general. Next we run the 3 Spindle. Some people like running 3 and 2 of this card. Personally, I prefer running 3 of it. Pop back row, destroy things, pew pew, clear the board, make way for stuff. I really like the card in general. So 3 of that. 2 Forerunner. I may take this card out, or I may keep it in with Dark Planet. I'm still debating about that. Granted, I haven't even played with the card, I just heard about it, so only time will tell. But 2 Forerunner as of right now. I've been playing this build ever since Gold Series. As you can tell, a lot of these are Golds because I had a lot of the cards that I wanted to bling out the deck because I really like the deck. But yes, I definitely would say that 2 Forerunner I like as of right now, but in the future that may change. Really good card. Next, 1 Dogfighter. This is the last card. I like it for the Toki making ability, plus it's a good hit off Tin Can if you get it off. So I do like the card, but I will probably take this out in the near future. I was thinking about running this deck either one of 2 ways. Either running it with a lot of darks, so I could use Allure of Darkness, or just going with a straightforward Kozmo build. And I did play around with it with the ban list, but I decided at the end of the day to go back to my original build, which I really do like. Next we have 3 Kozmo Tin Can. I really like the Tin Can, amazing card. I would have to admit that it's probably one of the best pilots, and as long as Call the Haunted's around, it's probably going to continue to be one of the best cards. Next we run 2 Farm Girl. This used to be the original best card in the deck, but now it's 2 of in the deck for sure. May bump her down to 1 of, but I do like her as a 2 of as of right now. At this moment in late April, that is. Next we run 2 Kozmo Wicked Witch. Wicked Bitch, as I always call her because I hate her, but she's such a good card. I do like her as a 2 of. A lot of people like her as just running as a 1 of or not at all, and I understand why, but I just really like her because she can help prevent OTKs to some degree, and that's one of the reasons why I really like her. 1 Strawman and 1 Kozmo Good Witch. I may bump Strawman up to a 2 of in the next week or so, but I still got to play around with the new Kozmo cards. But as of right now, I do like the Strawman. I think he's probably one of the best pilots, but I do like him as a 1 of though. And Kozmo Good Witch, she just helps get around certain problematic decks, especially if I'm going against rogue-based decks. That effect can come in handy, I have found, and so that's why I run her as a 1 of in the deck, because she can come in handy in situations against rogue decks. But sometimes I take her out if I'm in the mirror match. Next, I run 2 Max C against PK Fire or whatever I'm facing, which is very prevalent in my area. 2 Max C because it really can help you go off and draw a lot of cards against that deck. I was thinking about running 3 of Max C, but Yeah, I never like running 3 Maxi, actually. I never have. Next, I run 3 Kozmo Town. It's a great field spell. What can I say about this? The deck I know is so straightforward. I'm being so straightforward in this deck profile because it's pretty well known how Cosmos work. You make your big ships, you protect your big ships, you go off, you blow up back row, you just go willy-nilly. It's one of the best decks of the format. Next, I run 2 E-Telly. Yes, I think they should have gone down to 1 or something else out of Cosmos, but what you're going to do about it. I do like the 2 E-Telly, and that's why we run it. These are my 2 original ones. This one I got out of 5Ds, and this is my original one I got years ago. I think it's out of, Duelist Genesis. I think that's when that E-Telly came out, if I remember. First 5D set. Now for a lot of 1-ofs. 1 Terraforming, 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 Regeki, and 1 Reasoning. These are the things I'll talk the most about right here. Regeki just is good in the mirror, just a good card in general. Upstart, we run more if we had it. Terraforming, we run it so we can get to our Kozmo Town faster. I really like it, thins out your deck. I may cut it in the future, but I do like it in the deck. And Reasoning, I never liked Reasoning in Cosmos, and I'm still iffy on running this card. I may take it out in the future for another Strawman, or I may run it something else, one of the new Cosmo cards instead of Reasoning. But at this moment, at this day, I do like it as a 1-of because it does come in handy sometimes. It's not guaranteed, it's just in there if you do get it. That's what I'm trying to say. So I do like it as a 1-of in the deck. I may cut it in the future though. For traps, 3 Cosmojo. This, between Cosmo players, I will admit, a lot of people are debating about this. Should you run 3 of it? Should you run 2 of it? Should you run 1 of it? I think it's an agreement now that you run 3 Cosmojo. I picked these up a long time ago. I didn't have to pay $20. I paid $5, $5, $5 a long time, a couple months ago when the set dropped out of Bosch, because I was like, oh, this is a pretty good card. But saying that, you could run 2 or 3. I like it as a 3-of though. Once in a while I can get cloggy, but I like it as a 3-of at the end of the day though. 3 Cosmojo. 3 Call of the Haunted, staple card in the deck right now. 3 Call of the Haunted for sure. 1 Vanity's Emptiness. You don't have to run this. You could run something else. You could run a 3rd Solemn Strike if you had it. But I like the Vanity's Emptiness because the fact of the matter is, I bring out a big ship, I flip up the Vanity's Emptiness, and I just keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. That's the name of the game, and that's why I like Vanity's Emptiness. Then we run our Solemn Brigade, which is Solemn Warning and 2 Solemn Strikes. I know this deck is very expensive, guys. I hate profiling it, but I really want to because it's the end of the format. New stuff is coming out soon and Shining Victories. So I don't mind profiling my decks I play a lot of in competitive play. But 2 Solemn Strikes and the 1 Solemn Warning. If you don't have a 3rd strike, you could run the Vanities over the 3rd strike. Run another strike over the Vanities. But I personally, at the end of the day, have just preferred this lineup. So, at the end of the day. And I own the cards, so it's fine. And lastly, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole because it's such a good card. And I do like the card. On to the extra deck. You don't really go into the extra deck. Cosmos have never been really known to go into the extra deck. But if it's there in case you need it. So let's go into that. 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity. If you have 2 of them, run 2 of them. I only own 1. 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. 1 Cyber Dragon End, just in case they hit the Nova with Solemn Strike or something like that, because then you get the effect off. You could run something else, but I just like Cyber Dragon to bring out because it's so fun to bring that card out. But yeah, that's what I have there for that engine. Then I run number 39 Utopia in a Kozmo deck, number 39 Utopia Ray, and number 39 Utopia the Lightning. It's there in case you have it. I mean, for the most part, you do have a decent rank 4 pool. I mean, you have like 3 or 4 rank 4s, 3 rank 4s, so sometimes you go into the rank 4 engine. Not always, but it's there if you can. So, just in case, you know what I mean. Next, I run for my level 8s, number 38, Hope Harbor Dragon Titanic Galaxy, and number 32, Lancelot Dark Knight of the Underworld. This guy wins games, but I do like these 2 guys as my rank 8s. For my rank 7s, I run Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon, number 11 Big Eye. Those are for my 7s. You could run other cards like Dragossack, but I like Big Eye. It's so amazing. It wins you games. And Flare Metal is just a dang good card at the end of the day. But that's a Flare Metal Dragon, if you couldn't tell. There we go. Next we run for my rank 5. I run 1 Constellar Pleiades. It comes in handy. I like it. For my rank 4s, I guess you could say, and my rank 3 I run Castel, the Sky Musketeer, versatile, good rank 4. Abyss Dweller against BA. Dark Rebound XYZ Dragon because it wins me games and I really like the card and I like it as a ghost rare. And yes, I don't go into rank 4s a lot, but it's there just in case. And number the Phantom Knight of Break Swords, or the Phantom Knight of Break My Wallet, which I did not break because I spent $15 on that bad boy when he came out. Woo! But yes, guys, that is the Kozmo deck. Now, you may be saying, Seto, this is an expensive deck. And I will give that to you. It's got some expensive cards in it. But I picked the cards up for cheap when they originally came out. So let me tell you this. If you take anything away from this deck profile, even if you don't like Kozmos or whatever, pick up cards early. Because, and look at cards that come out. Even if people don't hype them up, look at them. Learn them. Say, what applications and main meta decks can this happen with, you know, things of that nature. And pick the cards up early. That way you don't have to break your wallet. Because this I spent $15 on. The Cosmojos I spent $5 on. The Tin Cans I spent $5 on. I didn't spend a lot of money on this deck, actually. I spent literally for the main deck, besides the strikes, which I picked up before I even decided to build Cosmos. I probably spent like $150 on this deck. And that's not a lot for me. And in this, I spent, like the extra deck I spent, not that much. But yeah, just telling you guys, pick the cards up early before they get hyped. It's a good idea. But yes, it's a fun deck to play. I do like it. I know it's pretty straightforward, guys. I know you probably won't like it, but this is the build I've been playing a lot at locals and at regionals recently. But I hope you guys all like it. And until next time, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.